Hello, and welcome to beatingdyslexia.com. In this video, I'm going to show you a memory technique that you can use to remember lots of unconnected items. For example, you could use it to memorize a shopping list or a list of tasks that you need to get done during your working day. It can also be very useful when you have to memorize information for a test. Learning this technique helped me to understand that there are two main principles of memory: imagination and association. You can greatly improve your spelling ability by understanding and using these two main principles. Okay, let's get stuck straight into it then. Here's a random list of items we are going to memorize: milk, sugar, eggs, cheese, soup, apples, beef, peas, oranges, and coffee. I'm going to memorize this list by making up a story that involves all the random items. This will join them all together and make them stay in my memory. In a moment, I'm going to tell you this story, and afterwards I want you to have a go at making up your own story. But please don't copy mine. It's very important that you make up your own. Creating and imagining the story is part of what makes this memory technique so effective. Okay, this is the story that I've made up to memorize the items on the list. Imagine a pint of milk growing arms and legs. It then runs over to a bag of sugar and pours all its milk into it. The bag of sugar opens its mouth and screams because all its sugar is being ruined. The sugar starts jumping around angrily and full of sugary milk. The sugar is so angry it jumps onto a box of eggs next to it. All the eggs are crushed apart from one that escapes from the corner of the box. The little egg is so scared it runs away and falls off the side of the kitchen worktop. The egg smashes on the floor. Just then, a block of cheese is walking by and slips over on the egg and goes flying into a bowl of soup. It's a big bowl of soup with a diving board at the side, with big red apples jumping in. As they do, they're landing on the cheese's head. The cheese keeps getting its head pushed under the soup, but the stupid apples don't take any notice. Then a huge cow comes along and starts eating the apples as they're jumping into the soup. At the back of the cow you can see some mean peas cutting bits of beef off the cow's rump. The peas then take the beef to their leader, the almighty Orange, who's at this time enjoying his morning coffee. The end. As I've said before then, the main principles of this technique are imagination and association. You need to make each item in the story as distinctive as possible using your imagination, and then link it to the next one by association. The crazier you can make the story, the better. Remember, the more distinctive something is, the more likely it is to be remembered. When you make up your story, visualize it in your head with as much movement and colour as possible. Practice the story through 2 or 3 times and then test yourself to see how many you can get right. To sum up then, all the memory techniques on this website are so effective because they are a reflection of how our memories work. When you have a moment, Try to think about imagination and association being the fundamental principles of memory. Being aware of these principles will help to improve your spelling.